Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Creating with the Heart, and I'm back with another video in my super awkward situation that I'm in right now with my weird webcam, which is over there. Anyway, I don't know where it is. Just because I got a new desk and I used to have a place to hang it above me, and I don't now, so I really need a tripod because it's weird. I don't know where to look. And I'm too lazy to go to my normal place where I usually craft and I do my videos, but I will be back over there shortly. I'm not crafting right now. I'm just showing you guys. So I did a video on my sister's scrapper album, tag album, and it was all jumpy and it was annoying. I was annoyed by it too. Anyway, I did another one, but this time I put pictures in it, which I had intended to give this as a gift. But when I was printing out all the gazillion pictures, not a gazillion, I only had like a billion, not a gazillion, for my photo folios, I included pictures from Easter and decided that this would be like a really cute Easter album. So I ended up keeping it for myself and putting pictures in it. So this is the album. It's My Sister's Scrapper. It's a YouTube tutorial. Her name is Ginger, and her YouTube channel is My Sister Scrapper. She also is now part of the Graphic 45 design team, and her projects rock. And she always gives tutorials. She doesn't charge. She just does them. You just follow along, and I love that. So she rocks. So be sure to check out her channel. She's got quite a few. She just did a new one, which I'm going to do a waterfall album tutorial that she did for Graphic 45 on there currently. That's pretty cool. So anyway, I did do, this is like a Tim Holtz little hangy thing. And I got these cute little tea charms. And you can see that. They're adorable. Teacup, teapot, and a spoon. Really cute. So this is Graphic 45 Botanical Tea, and I've got I think this could be Tim Holtz, but it's very, very cute. So as I said in my first video, I didn't have the right size tags. She had the larger Graphic 45 tags. It's in their Staples line. I had the little ones. So instead of using the tags up here like she did, I actually just kind of used them in the pockets. So anyway, this is how it looks with pictures. So, and it holds a lot of pictures too. So just a warning, I like to warn you guys because sometimes, you might want to scale down the album, not maybe do one less page assembly if you think you don't have enough pictures. It's better to have too many pictures than not enough, because then you're like, oh, what do I do? Which is always what happens to me. So this is how it goes. And then, you have your journaling tag. I kept my journaling very simple. I didn't write a lot on it. But then we've got the little tags. And I just did little pictures on the inside. So very simple. I didn't do anything too crazy because the papers just are really cute. You don't really need to do a lot. And then, of course, we have, oops, sorry, it's folds down. So, and then you get to this one, and I used the little Staples tag as just a little journaling spot. So just a little journaling spot. I just tied ribbon around it. And then I made very simple mats. And that's my son with my grandma. And, my grandma's getting up there. She's struggling. Her husband is doing poorly. So, these are the kinds of things you want to make sure that you immortalize, that memorialize, because he's only 7. He's not going to remember great grandma, only in pictures. So, anyway, yeah, and this wasn't that long ago. It's my grandma's husband, and he had a blood infection, and it went unnoticed and treated. They thought he had arthritis, sent him home, and so he was like near death. And this neighbor called 911, and they came out and took him, and he had surgery on his back, like cut him open. And then they found out that he had more in his arm, and so he's 80, gonna be 87, I think. So he's just, and he was fine on Easter, and that was only like a couple months ago. So, so that was another reason why I decided to do the album. I mean, you don't want to make sure that you preserve, those memories. So simple. This is just cutouts from the album. I mean, I really did not do much except, I did add the charms and my handsome brother, my brother-in-law. Um, and I just used, oh, I gotta glue that down. Been rough with my album. Um, and I just used cutouts basically from the paper collection, and that was really it. I didn't have anything, so I didn't do a lot. And then we've got the tag up here. So just very, very simple. Simple, simple, simple. So Easter egg hunt. So for Easter, of course, there's Easter baskets. My mom is nuts. They get Easter baskets plus like a bag of clothes and stuff. So it's really cool for me too. Um, and then we do an Easter egg hunt, and you want to find the shiny eggs because there's money in them. Wish I could do the Easter egg hunt. So, just hard to take out. So just simple. And then of course we have our tag up on top. Okay, this one needs a picture still, so I'm sure I've got another picture I could kind of do. So just, using the tag. So really all I use for this is the Botanical Tea 8x8 album, or 8x8 paper. I use the small tags from the Staples line, and ribbon, and cardstock, and a little bit of chipboard. So anyway, I'm not gonna bore you by going through all the pictures, but it's because it's all basically the same. And the tutorials on my sister's scrapper, and at least I'm not jumping around, and you guys can kind of get a feel for what it looks like when you've got your pictures in it. Okay, so anyway, I recommend this one for, like a little event like Easter. I think is good. If you do a lot of stuff for 4th of July, maybe. I didn't take enough pictures for 4th of July. Like beach album, short vacations. This is a great album for that. Anyway, upcoming mini albums I'm going to be working on. I'm going to work on the 100 Days of Summer. It's Kathy Orta, Paper Phenomenon. And I also just bought her Retrospection 365, which I think is really cool. And I kind of debated like how I wanted to use it. And this is kind of like one of those albums which I only see myself doing one time because of all the stuff. And there's always new albums and stuff. And I've got tons of Kit Club projects that I have not finished yet. But I'm thinking for the Retrospection 365, I'm going to make it a Disney album, because I made a Disney album. So those of you who are latecomers to my channel, I have a Disney album, which I love. I made it for my mom for Mother's Day. It has pictures. It has Cricut cuts all through it. It took me probably a month to make. And that's a month like working on it. Because the cutouts took forever, the die cuts, um, designing what pictures. It was a labor of love. So what I'm thinking is that the Retrospection 365, I'm imagining it's going to hold a gazillion plus pictures in it. So I have a gazillion pictures of Disneyland because I grew up in Anaheim, and we live 15 minutes from it. I live in Buena Park. It's very, very, very close. Anaheim is like, my parents live 4 miles away in Anaheim. So it's very, very close. So we go there all the time. My dad works there. My stepdaughter works there. So we go there all the time. She just went with Lily last week just for fun. So we go quite often. So I have a lot of pictures. We've had a lot of parties there. And I think that it's one of those albums that I'll add to as we go. I can add to it. Um, we talk about going to Disney World, which is in Florida. It's like, oh, it's far, it's hot, yucky. Um, you know, and we're kind of snobby. We think Disneyland's better than Disney World, even though I think Disney World would be pretty awesome. They got a lot of cool stuff there that we don't have here in Anaheim. You know, we don't have the Wild Animal Park, and we don't have a Disney water park. So that would be really cool. We don't have Epcot, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, but we don't have one. And I heard they still have people movers there. But anyway, I'm thinking that it'll be an album I add to. My problem, of course, is finding enough paper. So I think I dug up enough paper to make the album, because that's one of the things that happens when you make a Kathy Orta album, is that if you're like me, you underestimate how much paper you're going to need, and then you're like, crap. And then you start like trying not to use as much paper, try to be like creative on how you use your paper. So I always underestimate how many photos I need, and I underestimate how much paper I need. So I get screwed a lot when I make her stuff. So I'm like, I have enough. And there's nothing worse than like coming to the end of a project and figuring out you don't have enough paper. What do you do? So I rustled up a lot of paper. Luckily, I've been kind of glomming. It's a term my mom and I used to use when we used to collect books. But glomming um, Disney paper for a long time, and I had a lot when I made my first Disney album, and I still have a lot more. So I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to use Simple Stories, Say Cheese, along with Pinecone Press and um, somebody else. Creative Imaginations, I think. Anyway, I think I'm going to make it work. So those are the two projects, big projects I'm working on right now, along with organizing all my layouts. Because I went through that phase where I tried to do, what do you call it, Project Life, and totally just gave up. So I kind of have to finish a week or two of that in order to make my, because I use those funny dividing pockets. So I can't do like a layout on that because they won't fit in the pockets. So I kind of have to finish that, and then I can get caught up with my layouts because they're all funny and put them in an album. And you know, I'm doing a lot less layouts now. I'm doing more mini albums. So I think with layouts, I'm only doing 6 to 12 a year, I think is what I'm looking at doing. So anyway, those are my projects, along of course with my card making and my smash books, which I think I'm going to do a smash book update because I haven't done one in a while, and I actually have been working on it. So anyway, that's enough about me. Turned into a vlog almost. Kind of weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is Cindy with Creative Art.